Libra, to save some time, I already shuffled the cards and laid them out. I see a whole lot of thinking going on in June, a little indecisiveness, and a hesitation to move forward into the next chapter of your life, which I know you know is happening as well. The thing is, the Wheel of Fortune is in that 10th position, the outcome of the month. So time is moving and it's moving in your favor, okay? So take all the time you want if you're hesitant to move forward in any way. And I think it has to do with this guy, the King of Wands, in the second position, which is a crossing card in the reading. And the King of Wands is that Rico Suave, the charmer. Everyone wants to know the king. And in whether in business or in love, he always is a disappointment because he can't emotionally detach. He doesn't follow through. He even outright disappears at times. And it doesn't matter our gender, or again, what relationship we have to the king. And he's also been appearing, I'll say this, as a scammer in the financial pocketbook as well lately. So don't let that hesitation allow you not to move forward, okay? Because in the first place significator, we have the Knight of Pentacles. It's new journeys for, again, for kind of like the heart. That's the thing I see here, a whole lot of thinking, but I don't see any heart here. And practicality, again, would be in the Knight of Pentacles, and home, family, relationship, career, community, body, health, food, and wine all fall under the earth side domain of the Pentacles. And the Knight is suggesting that to take new rides in new directions. And this has been happening for a while for Libra anyway. And I feel like I'm still in the parking brake position. And that's okay, because I think God and the universe right now recognize that you just need that time to sort things out still. And that's fine too. And again, I think it's so much to do with this guy and that King of Wands. Or I'll also say this, just because of this combo, if you have new ideas and creative thoughts that you want to kick off in the domain of the Pentacles, let's say, you know, that practicality in work, or an entrepreneur, or even just adding new energy to relationships and family and home, don't not embrace the king, because he's really in your favor. If you're pitching your ideas or yourself, putting yourself out there again, he's in your favor as well. So either way, don't let him be a negative narrative in your heart or your spirit, and especially your heart, okay, Libra? And I can see how tired you are. I know it's been a rough ride, and that third placement, that is what I like to say, God's message on how to navigate through the month. And the Nine of Wands is the end completion state in the area of the creative. And for a Libra, that can be everywhere. But again, I think I'm going to go back to the heart. It ends the minor arcana, lessons in the wand. So again, another wheel of time turning in your favor that's ending, and you know this as well, and you're planning for it. And I think that's where some of this indecision is coming from. Okay, and again, that narrative from the past that's sneaking up in your mindset, and especially your heart. And I don't want to have that, because you really need to trust yourself, because we have the four, oh, in the fourth position. So 8 refresh here, okay? And the 4 is a firm foundation. So it's the foundation of the reading of the 10 card spread, and it's the foundation in your thoughts too. So trust this. So anytime you get doubtful or this kind of thinking of a negative way, just replace it with the confidence that you have earned through yourself, because part of the king's lesson here for you is to learn who you were, who your identity, who you want to be, who you want to love, who you want to do his work, how you want to live in community. It's been everything for you, and that's Libra, because you rule the heart, right? And our heart touches everything, and it's been tough lessons, but now I think the reward is coming, and I know you know it as well. But I think you just need another breath, and I also think you exhausted yourself in some ways in the past reflection. So fourth placement, trust yourself. That's the overall theme of this reading. Do what you got to do, whatever it's taking a breath and regrouping, or starting to move slowly forward. That's all great as well too. And in the fifth placement, in that past reflection, we have the devil, the major arcana card. It means addiction. So if you're leaving that behind, bravo, bravo. But it also means wild sex. I'm just having sex for the sake of sex of it. And that never really works for a Libra. So if that's a past reflection, I love seeing that there. Also too, it's about freedoms in being sexual, and that's great. I think if you could combine that of being free for yourself, but not having a negative or shameful viewpoint, then that would be the vibe of the devil in the exalted state, okay? The other stuff is just muddy water, and don't go there for yourself if it's not enjoyable or not making you feel good, especially in the heart too, okay? Because you're that combo of the head and the heart that's got to be balanced, right? You're the scales. And in here we come to more balance and indecision here in the present. So the 2 of swords, and the 2 is youthful energy, like kind of a material reality for new ideas in our thoughts. And also too, in the ancient tarot, it was us taking forth, going into new ways for ourselves, and now we're getting indecisive about it. We can't make up our mind. See, that's you in the middle, and two different pulling tags on you, and part of it is the old past you and the new you that's wanting to emerge. Okay, so I really need to let you let the new you emerge. So if you need to meditate on that, that's the clue on how to get past all this stuff for you. Okay, you're becoming a new you, and you might as well embrace it and dig it, because it's happening no matter what. We'll see in the outcome. That's that Wheel of Fortune. Time is working on your side, honeys. All right. And in the Knight of Pentacles, in that first placement, it's a direct extension of the seventh placement, which is self. So we're feeling this is the overall reading. I want to move on in new directions, and that area of the earth signs and the material. And here we get validation of that as well. In the seven, the contemplation, meditation of new moves in that material way of family, home, relationship, career, community, food, wine, blah, 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 body, all that stuff, that everything that touches us in the material, right? And the seven says, you got all your coins there. Everything's fine. What do you want to do next, Libra? And I think that's what you're unsure of, okay? And that's cool. There's no problem with that as well, because God's going to help you here in the month of June to kind of get some clarity. In the eighth position, have other people view you. This is awesome, because the Queen of Pentacles there, the queen of all that domain of the material. So if you have to retreat or kind of take that time to meditate or seclusion, just to get that headset in that balance again, right? And decide what it is best for you. That's the whole key here. That's the queen looks at, other people look at you as that. So she gives you great cover to do whatever you want to do, because she can multitask, she can negotiate, she can do business deals, she can do family stuff, she can do relationship stuff. She's got the whole kit and caboodle, and that's you and how other people view you. So take your time to do this. No harm done in that area either. And what's interesting here, my Libra friends, here we see more swords, more thoughts in our hopes and fears. And the Knight of Swords is like thoughts on thoughts, thoughts on thoughts. And I'm being upheavaled, and maybe why that's a little bit indecision. When I've learned, when God wants to get us in new directions, he's going to stir it up like a little earthquake in our being, right? And that's the Knight. He wants to get the rubble out of the way so we can build a clear pathway for you to take that new direction. And so don't be fearful of it. It can be really tiring and exhausting, especially when you see that Nine of Wands in that completion state. You've exerted so much thought and energy already, especially probably in combo with the heart. But the Knight says, okay, I'm going to clear that way for you regardless, so you might as well hop on with me. I've got two of me, and I'll hold you right in the middle, little Libra, and keep you safe and sound. So let God and the universe get those kind of like new ideas, like spaghetti on the wall. Let's see what sticks for you. All right. Knowing what you want and you don't want is kind of that balance. Now you've learned that as well. Okay. And it's not been an easy lesson. So let's apply it for our benefit. And that's the outcome here too. The 10 in that 10th position is the outcome card, is the Wheel of Fortune. It's a major arcana card. It's a doozy card because it's a karma card to me, because the wheel is, you've been on the downturn, especially for the heart, in so many different ways. And you never thought it would end, and it just kept hitting and hitting and hitting. But when the wheel of here's in a reading for me, and for you here as well, the wheel, you're on the upturn, and I know you know this, but again, I think you just need some time to regroup, detoxify from all that kind of negativity that's been applied, a lot of the thinking that's been applied, and just get yourself rooted to, like, to make those decisions based on you and this new identity that's emerging. All right, so I know you're tired, but don't be hesitant to ask for help or support in that emotional way from those closest to you, because everything's shifting in a new direction, and it's shifting for you, Libra. All right. And I really love it. And we get affirmation in the bonus card, the Queen of Wands, the sister to the Queen of Pentacles. So we've got all areas covered with this royal duo. The Queen of the Creative, she's a lioness. She's like a warm fire in a cold day. That's Libra too. And everyone gravitates to the queen, just like they gravitate to the king. But the queen's got the substance to live it all out. The king doesn't. So remember that about yourself, Libra, because you are the queens. All right, have a good month. It's a really good one for you, and just relaxing and breathing in and out. And I think it's so long overdue and welcome. And the answers will come for you. You'll find the next tickle of your heart. I'm sure of it. Okay. Oh, and thanks so much for visiting the channel. And if you're so inclined to like or subscribe, that would be awesome. Thanks so much, guys.